My name is Mr. Son, but better known as David Clarke. Well, from since in my mother belly, I'm farming. Food is very important, right? And you know that really inform me is to feed the nation, feed people. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, which is very important. Well, I do all crops. I do you seed, vegetables crop. You know what I mean? Do tree crop, nutmeg, banana. You know what I mean? Every all the crop. Well, sometimes you get it up and down. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get it good, and sometimes you know what I mean. In life, you get failure in life. You know what I mean? Well, our land here, is 19 acres, which is our others 2 acres and a quarter, two and a quarter. You know what I mean?
All owned?
Well, not really own. I is a good friend. I see his grandparents' land. You know what I mean? After Ivan, all the land was nutmeg. You know what I mean? And he gave me the permission. Well, I and him work together. Because me yesterday we was down on the site planting banana, plant 100 banana. We have 100 hole on the ground, you understand? I have how much, almost 200 planting right there to even go and plant just now. Well, sometimes you feel in one, so sometimes you could give him on the other one. Well, I love root crop, like carrots. I love beets, sweet potato, you know what I mean? I love that. Well, my mulching is important because if you're doing like tree crop, you know what I mean, you cut the grass to leave it, so you come like a bed, you know what I mean? But if you're doing carrots, you must have the ground clean enough because the roots is very small, you know what I mean, so you gotta get it clean. Well, the most challenging as a farmer right now, as we know it, climate change is very on us, right? And the challenge as being as a farmer, water problem. Because if you, as you see, I had the pipe here, but I had a pump for bringing and show you far away, you know what I mean? And the pump is a diesel pump. Most time the areas to spin all them sprinklers. Because if you want to come up on the hill, you see them sprinklers. Sometimes I have to do it in phase. And when I do it in phase, diesel now and diesel before is totally different. You know what I mean? You get gasoline diesel. And sometimes when I do here, I hear the pump, I have to leap and walk. You know what I mean? To go and charge it up again. You know what I mean? So that's my real challenge. Water. If I have that water, I'm doing a lot here. Oh, I do a lot to marketing oil. A lot and other vendors, but the favorite one is marketing oil.
Why?
Well, they take a larger scale, they pay less, so I do a big quantity, you know what I mean? And so that's why I really look for them.
Okay.
But my plan was just keep on planting. I love to go in like yam, even well ginger, or the part that I try to get some ginger, which is very good. You know what I mean? As I tell you, root crop and things like that, like the Tanya, you know what I mean? All these things, you know what I mean? The dashing and other, well, all them root crop. Because the root crop, because why? We're living in a time which is the hurricane season, so even certain times, even though the leaf get damaged, the root, the crop always they below. Well, different things, preparing different things. I mean, because yesterday I tell her prepare plant banana. After I done, we don't home and go plant. Yeah, mango, some watermelon, have some down in the bottom, which is butternut squash, you know what I mean, and things like that. Well, that is the mine. The mine ain't what dirty because the things now, if I used to say farm is a dirty things, you know what I mean? Why they should eat? And the same farmer what creating it. To work land, it takes financial.
And do you have any employees?
Well, I know friend who do it and I pay other guys to do it. And sometimes when I see how the finances, I mean, stuff like that. Well, the advice I would like to tell people, because we living in a time which is, look at this corona disease come on. The most important thing, as I say, is food. You understand? Because if we don't have food, like we don't have life. You understand? Because tell me, you could live without food?